Hello, good morning. It's Tuesday and it's time for coffee and cards. Welcome. My name is Kate Bolt. I'm an independent stamp demonstrator here in the UK, bringing you weekly coffee and cards for your fun and crafty inspiration. I think I've got a lot of glare on my glasses. There we go. Is that a bit better? Good morning if you're here with me live. Good day, whatever time of day it is with you, wherever you are, if you're with me live or if you're catching me up on replay here on Facebook or over on YouTube. I hope you are keeping safe and you are well. Let me just shut down that little weird poppy up window. There we are. Good morning. Good morning. Anyway, it is coming to the end of January. Can you believe it? We're still in lockdown in the UK. We're getting through it. We've had a little bit of snow and it's quite cold, but yeah, we're getting through it, and it's going to be Valentine's Day soon. So today I thought I would share with you a nice, easy, fun card you can make for your Valentine, which is coming up soon, with the lovely You stamp set, which I'm looking for here. Yeah, I've got it right here. But also for those of you who don't want to send a Valentine card, we're going to make a nice friend card to send out to people you're missing. Morning, Carol. Look, here's the stamp set I'm going to be using today. We're going to be inking with a spritzer and making a little bit of inky mess, having a bit of fun. Yeah, a little bit of watercolour paper going on. So a little bit more interesting for coffee and cards. And yeah, I'm so glad you could join me. Those of you who are on, do give me a thumbs up or give me a comment. Hi, Anthony, how are you? Are you well? Are you working from home? Let me know what you're all doing. Good morning, Linda. I'm on time today. Wonders never cease. I have a nice little routine on a Tuesday, so it does help. Oh, you've got this stamp set. Lots of you do have this stamp set. It's been such a popular one because there's so many really useful sentiments in it, and the font is gorgeous. I'll show you better when the camera's turned over. It'll be easier. But yeah, lots of you have it, so hopefully this will be a useful video for you and you'll have a bit of fun with it. Morning, Linda. Morning, everyone. Right, I'm going to turn the camera over. Yeah, I should be able to see your comments, so let me know what you're doing today, if you've got any crafting, you know, if you're going out for a walk, what you're doing with yourself. I've already been out for a little walk with the dog and that was nice this morning. So here we go. Hold on to your hats. I'm going to turn you over. Here we go. Oh, all you can see is that white. That's a bit of a glare. Let me move it out of the way. I'm going to pop you into the tripod. It's always a bit clumsy. I do apologise. There. Okay, let's see what you can see. Let's take the cardstock out of the way. Yeah, it's a really popular stamp set, this one, but I will show it you so you get a better look at it. Really useful sentiments on it. It's got these lovely flowers. I've made some really pretty cards with these. They're really useful. And the sentiments are, excuse me, love is what makes us family. Miles apart but still in my heart. That's a really useful one. Morning, Jan. Cherished friend. Trust me, you're lovely. Smile. Let's cheer you up. Heartfelt. Wildly grateful. You're my person. Just because and always. So loads there to play with, and you can put some on the front and some on the inside. They kind of go together. So it's a really good one. You're waiting in for a parcel from Cornish Pasties. Oh my God, if it wasn't lockdown, I'd be round there like a shot. Joe, it's a great set, this one. Right. So my card base, I'm going to make 2 cards and I'm going to use the thick white card, basic white card for this. Hello, Hilary. Lovely for you to be here. I love this stamp set too. I've used it a fair bit. So I don't often show you how I cut my card bases. So as I'm going to make 2, I thought I'd just grab a piece of thick and just do it here so you can see. Sometimes it's nice to have a little reminder. It's so easy. So the way I like to make my regular card bases, I pop it in with a short side at the top and I score mine at 10.5 centimetres with a scoring blade. So that's in half because it's a UK A4. And then I turn it around to the long side and I cut it in half at 14.8 centimetres. And that gives me 1 score, 1 cut, 2 card bases. And just make sure it's nice and crisp. You'll fold and you've got your card base. So that's done. I I don't think I need this trimmer again. So we've got 2 card bases, but we're going to work with this one. I might just grab my bone folder because the Whisper White's lovely and thick. It's really good for a card base, but I do like to score it down, otherwise it stands a bit proud. Did you like those donkeys? What fun they were. I thought I brought it in with me to show you. I have, it's here somewhere. I'll grab it. Oh, there it is. Hold on, I'll show you what we've been making, guys. You'll like this one if you didn't see it. We grab it before we start our card. I've been using the donkeys from Celebration to make a waterfall card. So Celebration, my Celebration Sunday YouTube video was a Darling Donkeys. We don't have a donkey emoji. I think you need to write to Apple again, Anthony. So yeah, ladies, some of you might remember back last year I did a waterfall card and then we started making lots of them and we had so much fun. And I think I used the one with the birds on, that really pretty stamp set. And I thought it would be ideal to make a birthday card with these really fun donkeys from Celebration. And this paper is, it's got stuck there. This paper is with the Celebration paper too, but you can use anything you like, anything you've got, and just pair it with these donkeys and the little resin hearts. I've got Hee Haw, It's Your Birthday. So when I was trying it out, I tried it out in the grey just to make sure I could remember how to make it and everything. But I really wanted a nice cheerful colour for it, so I went for the Poppy Parade colour. Morning, Jen. Morning, Claire. Morning, everybody. Yeah, so thanks for reminding us of that, Anthony. I loved it. I had so much fun with it. This is the stamp set. Free with Celebration. Grab that one. It's brilliant. Okay, so let's crack on with the card we're making using this nice stamp set. So I've got my card base, which is the thick basic card, and a regular size. And then I've grabbed in some of the watercolour paper that we sell at Stampin' Up. This is the one that we sell. It's fabulous. It's really good quality. I really like this one. So I have grabbed in some of that and I have cut a layer to fit the front of my card, which is just slightly smaller than my card base, 1/2 centimetre smaller. So this one measures 10 centimetres by 14.3 centimetres. Okay, and then I've got a load of kitchen towel because I'm going to have a bit of inky fun and I'm sure I'm going to spray it everywhere. Okay. So what I have done, I haven't done this one, I've done a pink one. So I might start off with the pink one and then do the Coastal Cabana one second. Right, so I have got, and when I do the Coastal Cabana one, I will show you how to mix this, but it's very simple. I've got one of the spritzers from Stampin' Up. I've put in a couple of drops of Blushing Bride ink refill. The ink refills for your ink pads come in little bottles like this. So I've put a couple of drops from, or a few drops from the Blushing Bride one, and I filled it to the top with water. This is how much I've used of it, but I had it to the top for the concentration. And I'm going to spray this, and I'm using watercolour paper because if you use it on regular Whisper White, it won't absorb the water and you'll end up with it'll pill, it won't take it, but the watercolour paper will. So I'm going to spray it quite lightly. And this is just this kitchen towel is just going to protect the rest of my surface. Now I want to leave some of it white. I like the idea of it being a little bit patchy. And the idea is if you put not too much on, you can always go and add more if you like. Less is kind of more, but then if you want to, you can always go back and add in more, but you can't kind of take it away. So I kind of go gently to begin with the colour. I'm just going to plug in my heat tool. Because, oh, I've got a knot in it. That's not very good. I lassoed it. So you could easily just let this dry and it create a lovely watercolory kind of wash. Naturally, you just leave it on the side. It'll take quite a long time. Or you can bring a heat gun if you're a bit impatient like I am. So I'm just going to dry it. You will have a little bit of warping because it's water. Not too worried about that. But yeah, just make them in advance. Leave them on the side. They'll soon dry. If you don't use a heat gun, just do that. So I'm just drying it off and you've got this lovely pale pink image. I think I'm going to add a little bit more colour in just to one spot, a couple of spots, just to make it a bit more blotchy. I like that effect. So this is a Valentine's card made with this stamp set. So I like my stamp sets to work really hard for me, and I think this one is quite a versatile one because you can use it for Valentine's Day as well. There, I like that little bit of blotchiness. It gives it a little bit of extra depth, something. And I'm just going to go on the back because that will kind of even out any warping you've got if you do it on both sides. There, that will do. Right, so that's that piece ready. So it doesn't look very bright, does it? However, if you put it on your card base, you can actually see the difference in the white there. Right, so I'm going to put that to the side and we're going to do the same again. So I've got another piece. I've just cut a piece of the watercolour paper again, and I'm going to do the same thing. Now I'm going to cut this piece out when I've done it. So I need it big enough for my die cut. And I'm going to show you the die cut I'm going to cut it out with eventually is these ones, the Stitch So Sweetly dies. Now I'm going to use the largest one out of these. This is a really useful set. I like the scallops on it, and I wanted my piece to be big enough for me to cut that out, so that's why it's that size. Okay, right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do this again. I'm going to spritz it and make it all pink. I have great fun with this. Oh, make sure you've got the little hole bit spraying in the right direction, otherwise you can end up with a lap full. I'm getting to the end of what's in here, but I think I'll get away with it. Like that. I'm going to try it again. See, I've just kind of got to the end of that, so I'll put that to the side. And you can make it run around. You can leave it to pull. Okay, who's been watching Bridgerton? Anybody seen that series on Netflix? So I binge watched that the other day. Now, I'm not a period drama kind of person, but it was hilarious. I thought it was really funny, and I loved how the music was like all modern music put into old, old-fashioned, and oh, it's just brilliant. Love the characters. Did anybody else see it? Morning, Margaret. And I'll tell you why at the end, why I'm asking. Right, okay. So I've done the same. I'm just going to heat the back, even it up a little bit. You loved it too, Joe. It was brilliant. That Duke is the right one, isn't he? Honestly, my word. Okay. Love it. Right, so we have got those. Now I'm going to actually do an extra element to create a little bit of interest with this card. And the panel I'm doing on the front, I am going to emboss with this Subtles. It's called the Subtle Dynamic Textured Impressions Embossing Folder. God, try saying that. It's a bit of a mouthful. Anthony, you need to watch it. I think it would make you laugh. Definitely entertaining. Yeah, I might watch it again as well. Hello, Margaret. So yeah, I'm going to put this through this embossing folder, through my Big Shot, and it creates, I don't know even if you can see, it's such a subtle, do you know, I haven't seen The Crown. Hi, Zaina. I must watch The Crown. Do you guys remember Basil cardstock? Did you ever use that? This kind of gives you that impression. It's so nice, that texture. Excellent. Right, in we pop. I'm just going to pop this through the die cutting machine, to the embossing machine. Use my plate. I remember which sandwich to use. That's it. So you'll be able to see, Can you see how textured that is? It's so pretty. I really like that. It gives a little bit of added extra to it all. Right, I'm just going to pull my big shot. I don't know why I keep calling it that. My Stampin' Cut and Emboss stuff over there, so I know where it all is in a minute. Right, which I'm going to need next. Because we're going to cut it out next. Right. 2 sandwiches. That's it. And I'm going to grab that die that I wanted, the big one, from the Stitch So Sweetly. I've been using these constantly. You may have noticed. I'm going to tape it down because this paper is only just the right size and I don't want it to move. You can kind of put in whichever bit of the watercolouring that you like by doing that. There we are. You've got the honour of giving Alfie a bath. So can our crafting last a few hours today, please? Oh, you tried to pull it off? What's happened to Alfie? Did he go in some mud? He's the cutest dog ever, your Alfie. So cute. I've taken my Alfie out for a walk this morning already. All right, so there you go. You can see what's left. Let's just get rid of that. Put that to the side. I'll keep that one out because we're going to use it again after. Okay, so we've got it. Now time to stamp. This is the simplest, cleanest looking card you might know. And it's a Valentine card. So let's grab the right stamp. So from the lovely You stamp set, I have taken You're My Person. And I'm going to stamp it in Memento Black. It would help if all this didn't move about. You're My Person. And I want to make sure it's really well inked up because it's going on the top of that embossing that we've already done on the paper. Right, so somewhere down here, almost to the right, You're My Person. The snow has mostly melted, so yes, very muddy. Yes, the groomers are shut, aren't they? I have such a lovely groomer. Poor lady, can't run her business, obviously. No, actually, I had not thought of it for a Valentine's card either. But I actually knew what kind of style card I wanted to make. And I just was browsing through my stamp collection. And it was kind of like, that eureka moment. That's what I need. So that's how I came to that. Okay, so I've got You're My Person. And this is where it's going to come together. Like this, very, very easily. I'm going to pop my seal on the back of here. Love a glue runner. Pop this on there. Whichever way up you would like your watercolouring panel to go. They are, aren't they? They are. I never really thought of it before. And then it's like, oh yes, actually, I wish I'd put more splodges around the outsides. Because I've got my nice deep splodge in the middle. So maybe when you do yours, put some more ink around the outside of yours. But I do like that. So it's going to go up on some dimensionals. Now, I've got a new one out today. Because I've finished my other one. How exciting is a new sheet? Humour me, won't you guys? I get excited about the little things. My mum, when I do that, she always says, oh well, little things please little minds. Cheers, mother. Oh dear. Let's put those back where I pop them. Right, so I've got some dimensionals on the back. Let's take their bits off. And we're going to stick it on our panel. Honestly, it's the little things in life though, isn't it, that keep us going. even if it is just a clean sheet of dimensionals. Right, it's going to go in the middle, like so. You're my person. And then to match the blushing bride, I brought in this. You might see I've been using this a lot as well. Dimensional joy, it should be a thing. The snail mail twine combo pack, and I'm just going to do a little bow. Should be a thing, shouldn't it? Let's leave a nice tail. I think I want quite a long tail on it. I might even attempt to dye some of this baker's twine for my next card, so just watch out for the mess. There we go. I always go quiet when I'm trying to dye a bow. Concentration. Let's pull that slightly smaller, otherwise that's it. Scissors, where did you go? Here we are. And then we need a glue dot. Oh, these are huge. They're not my glue dots. They are. Fools look on. That's right. That's the bit that I had forgotten that I need to say. Fools look on. Thanks, Zayla. Right. Here we go. Here's a glue dot. Fools look on. That's definitely true. Pop that one there. Maybe up a little bit. So not right over the words. Oop. Up you go. Like so. There it is. You're my person. Now, I was going to use the resin dots out of the snail suite as well. Love these. Now, they come in real red and they come in a white. So I'm going to pop a white one on just to give it a little bit of an added extra. I'm all set for Valentine's Day now. Don't tell my husband, I've already made the card already. But he can't see it. Don't let him see it, I mean. Right, I'm going to pop this one here. You're my person. Okay. There we are. Now inside, I'm just going to very simply stamp this one from the set as well, always. So you're my person always. Here we go. Now I put this card in for the Stampers Showcase blog hop, which is over on my blog at inkstampshare.ink. If you want lots of inspiration for Valentine Day cards, there's lots of us in this blog hop, lots of talented demos in it. So do, go over there to my blog. You can start on mine and then you can hop across to all the blogs and you get to have a look at everyone's creation for it with the Valentine theme, the love theme. So definitely do that. It's worth a look. And also, give us some love. Show us some love. Leave a comment or two. That would be lovely if you wouldn't mind. So you're my person always. There we go. That's that one done. And this was the one that I made. And it's very much the same, but that was my sample one I made to begin with. And the reason I asked about Bridgerton was because oh dear, morning Heather. So I think we're going to make another one. So because not everybody will want to make a Valentine Day card. So I've got the same supplies as I had before. I've got it's my second thick Whisper White card base that we just cut. I've got another piece of the fluid watercolour paper from Stampin' Up. And then I've got another piece that I can use to ink up and cut out as well. That was another piece I cut in half and made it for both cards. So saving some there. All right, now I'm going to change the colour up and I'm going to show you how to do this with a bit of luck. And normally I put my little re-inker in the bottom and then I fill it with water. But today So I'm not rushing off to the tap. I filled it with water first. And I'll show you how to do it. So this is my re-inker. I've got Coastal Cabana there. And I'm just going to add a few and see how... I got 4 drops in there. That might not be enough, but we'll just give it a mix and see. It might be too much. What do you think, guys? Do you think this is going to be a good colour? So I know what I can do. I can grab a scrap of this watercolour paper. I've got a few scraps in the back, and we can try it out and see. Now, we've got to bear in mind that whatever colour we use, we're going to be stamping over the top. So we need to be able to see what we stamp. So we don't want it too dark. Ooh, there's a, oh, I've been using glimmer paint, shimmer paint even. Right. Oh, I can't even see that. Oh yeah, no, that's coming through now. What do you think? I think that's strong enough. Well, funnily enough, we haven't had any decent snow in a couple of years, Anthony. So the snow with the dog, he went out yesterday when it had snowed and he was all skittish and he was running around the garden at 1,000,000 miles an hour, you know, all kind of a bit freaked out by the whole thing. And then he stopped and then he was just absolutely loving it. He was so happy. His tail was going. He was just, yeah, he loved it. So I think he's a fan of the snow. I think we'll go for that. So I'd say 4 drops of that is perfect. I'm going to get rid of that because I don't need it. Even if you use your paper towel on it, it comes out a really pretty colour, look. So that could definitely help with the drying process if you wanted to just use a paper towel. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. This is the fun bit. I love all the ink part. You don't have to get yourself in a right mess. You could just, you know, it is still fun if you don't like doing, you know, inky things. This is a good way of doing it. All right, here we go. I'm going to leave some white parts like I did before. I'm going to come in and dry it. So ladies, tell me, is there anybody else who's got any plans today? It's a bit of fun, isn't it, Hilary? We can have great fun, and it's just water with the re-inker. So you don't need anything special. And just make it run around to get the pattern you like. Oh, you're making 2 birthday cards. That's good. You can never have enough birthday cards as well, can you? Oh, Jen, we would love to see those. Yeah. If you're making things, can you hop onto the Inkstampshare Your Craft group that I've got and put your makes in there, because we love it. We love to see what you make. And if you're not part of that group, just request to join and I'll add you in. Inkstampshare Your Craft. We're a lovely little group. I'd love you to be in there. So that's that one all dried. And then I need to do the same with this one, don't I? Now. Thank you. Easy peasy this is, isn't it? This just protects my table from the spray going that way, because it's, you could use a little box if you know, if you like, but it's kind of surprising how much it gets everywhere. Actually, doing that, there's nothing there. There's nothing, so I just kind of held my towel up a little bit. Ah, the pop-up card in the box video. I love doing those. I did the snails. It's around here somewhere in my craft room. They're all over the place. This is a great colour, Jan. I seem to be currently addicted to Blushing Bride and Coastal Cabana. I make no apologies. I tend to go through waves of colours that I'm loving. This feels more like spring-like to me. Yeah, great fun, those cards. They're fun to make, aren't they? As well as fun to get. Right, okay, we are done. So we need to do the same thing with our die. Oh, first of all, we're going to emboss it, aren't we? Using that nice textured embossing folder that we were using before. The subtle dynamic one. So let's pop that one in there. If you have your Sizzix or the logo, or whoever makes it, on the front. This one's a Stampin' Up one, so every logo on the front, you know it'll emboss the right way around. Put salt on the paper before it dries. That's a great technique. I haven't done that in forever, Anthony. That's a brilliant idea. Ooh, now you're talking. Just changing my plate over. Okay, let's move all that out of the way. Oh, look at that. That is nice. I really love that. It looks good, doesn't it? Excellent. All right, let's pop that one over there. And then we're going to cut it out using that die. And you can choose which bit you want, where you want it to go and what you want it to look like. So I kind of like that bit or that bit there. I think I'm going to go for that bit with that. There, let's grab some washi tape to stick it down with. Like that. It's nice, isn't it? I have a funny story about this embossing folder. I don't know if I want to share it. I really don't know if I want to share it at all. Any of you who knows me knows that I'm up for a laugh, I'm up for a game, you know, I'm up for a bit of silly fun. I'm not scared of embarrassing myself, and I just do like a bit of harmless fun, okay? So, I won this embossing folder at a team event once. It was a couple of years ago, so this one's been out a while. And we were in Florida at a Stampin' Up! Live convention that was running, and we were out there for a week, and I went out with some friends and we had the most amazing time ever. Yeah, and so we were there. Now my lovely team leader is friends with another team leader in the States who's very successful at what he does, and he's rather clever. And we decided we'd have a meet up with his team and our team one evening, and we had a milk and cookies evening event, and we did card swaps, and we met all these lovely American demonstrators, and we had such a fun time. But we also had some silly games, and the silly game was, I haven't got one with me, but Stampin' Up! Do these collapsible bins. They're little fabric collapsible bins that you can take out with you when you're doing your events, and people can put their paper scraps in. And basically the game was somebody had to put one of these bins on their head, and somebody else in the team had to throw the inking sponges into the bins, and whoever in the team got the most in their head, in their basket, on their head, everyone was running around. Honestly, it was the most hilarious game, the most embarrassing game ever. Yeah, and whilst we were in the middle of this game, the CEO of Stampin' Up! Was also watching. Just ridiculous. So much fun. But I won, and I won the embossing folder. So there's my embarrassing story. It was so much fun, honestly, to God. We do have fun on these events. We have so much fun. Oh, it was hilarious, Anthony. And when I look back now, and of course people videoed it, didn't they? Oh, no, I don't have a video, so don't even ask. Right, okay, so this one's going to be a different card because it's going to be for a friend. And I thought we're all missing our friends at the moment. So I picked out of that stamp set, Miles Apart But Still in My Heart, and cherished friend. Oh, Joe, it wasn't really a story about Bridgerton. It was saying, have you seen it? Basically, I binge watched it, and then I thought I was channeling my inner Daphne when I made this card, because her dresses are all so classic and understated and pretty and yet simple and yet beautiful, and that was all that was. It wasn't really a story, but that was why I was asking you if you'd seen it. Right. I will not be sharing that video. I don't have it. Of me running around a room in America with a bin on my head, catching inking up sponges to win an embossing folder. But we did have so much fun, and it was all harmless and ridiculous. And, you know, it was kind of volunteer. And guess who was first to put her hand up? You know. Yeah, I binge watched it too. Okay, so this one's going to go here too. Miles apart, but still in my heart. Now, I thought it might be nice to do it the other way around and have this in the middle, but I actually changed my mind. Let's make sure that, oh, that's okay. It's a bit well stamped, but it's actually okay. I can live with that. Miles apart, but still in my heart now. That's fine. Right, I'm going to glue it on using the foam pads. I won't be sharing that video. Honest, how ridiculous. I don't even know who had the video. Oh, but we did have a laugh. All right. Okay, so miles apart, but still in my heart, and that's going to go on the front right there. Okay, I am going to put on another one of those little resin hearts. That nearly fell on the floor. Did you see that? I managed to grab it. I'm going to put that here by the H. Like that one. And then I might need to move that actually, because I think I'm going to put a bow on there. But we're going to have a bit of fun with this twine. So I've got the white twine, and I could put a white bow on there. That might work, or I might just try and see if I can ink it. Let's have a go and see if it works. If it doesn't, we've not lost anything. So you could run it just through the ink pads, but I'm just going to try and spray it. Let's tie it first, shall we? Oh, watch me make a big mess now. Ooh. I'm going to go and make some soup for lunch in my soup maker. Okay, here we go. I don't know if this is going to work. I might have to dry this too, because it's going to be really wet, isn't it? And then turn it over. See, it's more subtle than, oh, I'm nearly at the end of my ink in this one. It's more subtle than if I dragged it through the ink pad. And it's got bits of white, which is what I want, because it kind of reflects the watercolour that we did on the paper, because it's kind of blotchy. Right. Let's take it off that wet one. Let's just dry it. Making banana bread, and you're making soup every day now. Yeah, we did quite a lot of baking too, and my son was doing a lot with me. So he was making lots of different cookies and cakes and things like that. I had a couple of loaves of bread, and it is quite therapeutic, isn't it? And the thing about the soup is that my soup maker just does it for me. I don't have to be a whiz at anything. And you can feel accomplished, and then I can get back to my crafting. Oh yeah, this works. I've never done this before. I've never chased a bow around with a heat tool. First time for everything. It's actually dry. How clever is that? That I can use my re-inker to dye my baker's twine. All right, I might move that heart then. Let's stick this on the front. Here it is. Halfway through June, you were Mary Berry. Brilliant. Suddenly you turned into Mary Berry. She is the queen, isn't she? I absolutely, she's revered in our house. We do love Mary Berry. So if you turned into Mary Berry, that's just brilliant. What's the name of the chap in Bake Off? Paul someone. I'm definitely not him. He's a bit too critical. Do like Mary Berry though. Right, and we need a glue dot, don't we? Where are you, glue dots? Why do I do that? Oh, no, I didn't. Here it is. Hollywood. How could I forget that? Thank you. Paul Hollywood. Yeah. I like Mary Berry style. Honestly, I'm having great fun with this bow. Tying a bow on camera is never the same as just tying it. I promise you. Okay, it looks like it's about to take off. Hi, Mum. Good morning. There, let's just make it a bit more floppy. There, it's doing its thing. Right, I just need to cut the ends off. They're slightly too long. My Daphne card, she does have bows, but it's just a bit too much. So there you are, miles apart, still in my heart. And then, where is the other bit? Cherished friend is going to go inside. Sorry, that was a bit noisy, wasn't it? Ah, that's all right, Mum. You can always watch a replay if you want to see what else we've made. I'm glad you're here. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Anthony. It's great, isn't it? I do like it in Coastal Cabana. Miles apart, but still in my heart. Such a simple card. Send that in the post. I think somebody would love it. I hope so, because I'm going to send it to someone. And you're my person. So I've got Valentine cards made for the husband, and I better not send one to anyone else, had I? If anybody would like this Valentine card, yeah, just first person who says they want it, I'll send it to you. Okay, so those. I hope you liked Coffee and Cards this morning, and that you might be inspired to get a spritzer, a stamping spritzer, and some of the re-inkers and the watercolour paper, and have a go. The lovely You stamp set has got so many things in it. So trust me, you're lovely is a nice one, or love is what makes us family. Hi, Louise. Good morning. Good morning. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So that's it for this morning. It seems to be a quick one. I don't know what the time is, guys, because I don't have my laptop on. I will see you on Friday for my, what day is it today? Tuesday. I'll see you on Friday for my Friday live. And then I'll be back on Sunday for Celebration Sunday. So, yeah, I'll see you then. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, I'm glad I've inspired you. That's great. That's great. Yeah, if you make any cards, pop them in the Inkstampshare Your Craft group. I would love to see them. And if you're not a member, just request and I'll add you in. Thanks, guys, for joining me today. Take care. Oh, it did, didn't it? It went fast. Thanks, Linda. Take care, guys. Goodbye.